Join the Artificers cast as we play The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Is everything ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
And action. I need a clapperboard.
Yeah.
That's what we should have, actually, because that would really help with the video editing as well. I could just look for that moment and then go, right, we can start from there. And then delete the next 5 minutes as well. And then actually start. Okay, everybody logged in. Everybody's logged in. Everybody's ready. Let's go, go, go. Okay, right. So, to have a quick recap. 2 interesting things I've found. Or maybe only one, but two instances of it. A couple of times we've asked, how long have people been missing for? You were talking to Durleground, the Displacer Beast, and he said he lost his little cub, Star, a long time ago. And then we weren't sure whether it was a long time ago or quite recently. Same with Burley's brother. Yes. Interesting. I found some discrepancies in the adventure notes. One of which says Durleground lost Star years ago, and the other bit says he's been missing for weeks. So what I'm putting it down to is that time is weird in the Fae realms.
Wibbly wobbly time.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Nobody's quite sure whether it's years, weeks, days, hours, whatever. Time is a weird thing in the Fae. So
convenient for you, isn't it?
Hey?
It's convenient for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I've just come up with it.
You can say anything.
Exactly, yeah. If we get things out of order, or if it's suddenly like, oh no, he's only been gone for an hour. Oh, when you said 10 years, you meant an hour, right? Okay. So but genuinely, time is a weird thing in the Fae. So it's well known that, like Borges, you'd remember that. Your character would remember that, having gone in there as a child and come out as an adult. But time had passed differently. In your time in there, and Jezal would be well aware of that as well, being Fae himself. Okay, so rewind. What happened? We were at the end of the last session. Jezal and Borges were at the Lost Property booth, talking with Durleground, the Displacer Beast. Jezal had found the little boy who'd run off. And Durleground had explained why this little silver ball that the boy had started playing with was so precious, and that was because it belonged to. It's all that's left of his cub Star, who went missing at a random time at some point. We know it was in the past, though. He hasn't gone missing in the future. So, or at least we don't think he has. Yeah. So you've been talking to him, and he'd also mentioned that he was a little bit concerned that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light were on edge. That would possibly support what you'd observed through your meeting with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light earlier on in the evening. Following Zygin's performance in the Big Top, he and his companions were invited to talk with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, and at the same time, Jezal had also got hold of Kettlestein, the person who'd been causing disruption. So you had your meeting with them. Initially, they just wanted to thank Zygin and were really happy with the way that the carnival was proceeding and your input into it. But then obviously, as you question further, certainly Kettlestein wanted to know more. They became more than a little evasive. So you might back up what Durdeground was certainly thinking, although Durdeground perhaps hasn't had the same sort of conversations with you. On leaving the caravan, Burley sort of took you aside and also said how concerned he was and that there's something going on, and that he suggested that in order to get Mr. Witch and Mr. Light to open up more, you needed to get some kind of leverage over them, and suggested perhaps that at the end of the evening, during the crowning of the Witchlight monarch, you might steal temporarily Mr. Witch's watch. Easy for me to say, not so easy for Stefan to say. Hey, Mr. Watch's witch. Mr. Witch's watch. Anyway, yeah. So that was kind of mooted as a plan. He was very keen to say no harm should come to them or to the carnival as a whole. You had also, Zygen, Rukito, and Kettlesteam had also gone back to the Hall of Illusions with the idea of finding this supposed portal that might take you to the realm of Prismeer, where it seems that all of you have some reason to be. On the way back to the Hall of Illusions, you actually met Candlefoot, the mime, outside the tent, and Kettlesteam gave him back his voice, at which point he rushed off to see the mermaid Palasha, who hangs out in the Silversong Lake towards the north of the carnival. You went in, looked at the mirrors, saw yourself as very young people getting older. Well, some of you did. Zygen didn't. He refused to look at himself.
I never age. I will never age.
He will never age, exactly. But you were unable, despite believing that perhaps you needed to express some regrets, and trying to find some heartfelt regrets. You were unable to activate the portal if there is one. And I believe that was where we left it. What I can remember is that. Yeah. Okay.
That sounds about right.
What I suggest you guys do is kind of take a couple of minutes out again to kind of talk about what you want to do with this session, what you think you need to achieve, and then we can kind of drop that into the game and the characters and we'll take it from there. So over to you.
So I feel we'll go.
Please go.
I feel like we've finished up with Durdeground here. I don't think we can get much more out of him.
Yeah, I still have a few more questions now. Yeah.
Okay. And I think we still have a couple of hours to explore the thing. I guess the biggest thing is to try and make sure that we are named champion by Mr. Light and Mr. I can't remember his other name. I guess that's probably the.
I mean,
the clue is in the name of the carnival. If you ever get stuck,
Witchlight.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, God.
Just realized as well.
Wow.
Central Park. I just get
Praise how it all comes together like that. Oh man.
And George is a writer.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Not a good one.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. I wonder whether George should change career. Yeah, no, I wonder whether I should kind of not abandon the hunt for the portal, but do I need to go off and perform in different places while you guys are searching for, just so that I'm not sure.
That could be a good idea.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, that could be a good idea.
I think you need to try to win this.
Yeah.
This is one way. I think in the meantime, either we totally wait for you to be crowned in and steal the watch from Mr. Witch, and that's a plan, or there is also the other item in his caravan that we could try to sneak in and steal, maybe. Or there's also the way of maybe try to get some clues where the portal might be. I don't know.
Well, on that note, I was going to say if Kettlesteam Candlefoot the mime was outside the illusions place. I don't know if it'd be worth running after him now he's got his voice back to see if he knows anything about this like pig mask girl thing that was in a mirror, in case it is the portal. But obviously, at the moment, we don't know.
Yeah. So I think.
How far are we from the crowning, Hamish? Like an hour away?
2 hours?
2 hours.
About 2 hours. Yeah.
2 hours. Okay.
I mean, out of game, you might, depending on what you do, obviously you can take as long as you want here, but I would expect, I mean, there's things you haven't seen yet. Obviously, like you say, you can go this anyway. I would think that perhaps you certainly get to the crowning ceremony by the end of this session, depending on how we go.
Okay.
Either with a view to going through the entire thing, or setting ourselves up for the final kind of act next time. But let's just see how we go. I don't want anybody to rush. I think the role playing is going well. Just play it as you would.
Okay. In which case, I think I almost split off now, and I just go to every hotspot and perform and try and win this thing, whilst you guys
win the hearts of the people.
Yeah, whilst you guys, I guess, do.
Yeah,
we might as well basically have 2 or 3 different approaches, right, at the same time. Just because. If I don't win it, then we can't then go, oh shit.
Hamish, me who has been working for the festival for a long time, if I was to give some advice to Dagen as to where the hotspot to get well seen and as in where is he going to score the most points the easier way, I think.
Because Mr. Witch said the Feasting Orchard as one of them.
There, right? That's the.
But I didn't perform there or do anything like that.
I did.
You're sick everywhere.
Yes, I mean, don't forget, Giselle, that as you know, that just by taking part in the events like Rikito and Borges have done so far, which is just kind of lose yourself in the carnival as well, that's also a way of improving the mood and so there are more ways than, but obviously Zygon's got a bit of a rep now, so I totally get that you want to play on that. And I would say, from Giselle's point of view, wandering minstrels, there are people walking around, but loads of people saw you, Zygon, in the big top, so anywhere you go, you could just kind of set up anywhere, really.
Cool. Okay.
You could sing if you're walking along, like what's the witch's minstrel? Can't remember what his name is, but
Dandelion or Yaskia, yeah.
Oh yes, that's right, yeah. I mean, probably you don't want to be anywhere where there's a lot of other music going, or the carousel, for example, and those sort of things. But hey,
that's
keep
good.
the rep going, keep the performance going. Absolutely, anywhere you like around there. So pick somewhere. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll break off for a little. What I might do then is just work my way around the whole carnival with you guys. So if you guys go to a specific place, I can at least start there and do some performances when you're checking out. Maybe that's how we do it.
Yeah, sounds good.
What guys do you think about the idea about trying to break into Mr. Light's caravan to steal the
I
other
definitely
item?
Can't do that. I'm just a dwarf with heavy armor is not a good.
Yeah, we can have a plan where somebody's watch or
I've got an ability to change my disguise self, and I'm the same kind of size and shape as Burley, and it changes my clothing, appearance, everything on my person until the spell ends. So I could use that to try and break in, maybe.
Can I also suggest that we've already seen 2 of our team go miniature?
Oh, that's a good point.
Doesn't it only last within the Pixie Kingdom?
No, because you were able to leave the Pixie Kingdom, weren't you? No.
I thought that it was as soon as you leave, you stop being pixie size unless you choose to do so while you're in it.
I will double check that. I think you go. See, some of you picked up various bits and pieces, haven't you, as well, on your... I can't remember what you've got. Hopefully you've written them down. No. Reduces the imbiber size to tiny for 1 hour, or until the imbiber wants the effect to end. Until the effect ends, the tiny character has disadvantage on strength and saving throws, but it doesn't appear to just be limited to the Pixie Kingdom, from what I can see.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
You keep talking. I'm just going to read through. Make sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Also have a potion of invisibility.
Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah.
Or the cupcake of invisibility.
That's precious. Save it for
Yeah.
Thinking get around here without using that. Maybe if
That's a
somebody,
good one.
yeah. If because I'm not too bad at picking locks. So if I go with you, Borges, and you try to look like Burley, if they're not there, and I'm working there as well, so I can like pretend I want to speak to them, and then we break in. And maybe if you turn yourself into a pixie, Rikito, maybe you can like keep watch or like just like survey the place before or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool. I can do that and just fly about, see what's there.
Yeah.
What are the events that we haven't done as well? Is it the bubble pop teapot and the mystery mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's some of the other small stalls as well that you pass, where we've got various little games and things going on. Yeah. The bubble top pop teapot, which you would have passed a few times, you've seen people kind of like floating in bubbles. It seems like you go in there and you come out encased in a giant bubble and kind of float around the carnival. People seem to be hovering. What does it allow you to do? Yeah, just hovers around the carnival. And it pops. Yeah, so it pops after about a minute.
Okay.
Once you're in there, yeah.
Yeah, also, I wanted to ask, like last time there was that child at Lost Property.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to ask, like, where has his parents gone missing? So maybe that's a clue as to where the portal might be or something like
that. Okay. So we've had this out of game conversation. I think you at some point you're going to kind of need to get together on the map to actually come up with this plan as well.
Yeah.
So and Kettle's team is kind of coming along with you. She's just listening into stuff. You can see her just paying close attention to everything that you're saying. She's a mimic as well, so sometimes she just can't help herself, and she kind of like repeats the last few words of a sentence just like quietly to herself, but in your voices or whatever. She does pipe in a couple of times going, well, I can disguise myself too. I could pretend to be Mr. Witch or Mr. Light.
Ooh.
So maybe if you guys basically if the goal is to get into the staff area, maybe I do need to go either to like the feasting orchard or down to like the mystery mine and just try and pull as many people away from the big top as possible whilst you guys
sneak around back.
Yeah.
Actually, if you perform at the big top, that would be perfect, no? Because it will stop like people going through, or. But
then we've literally just performed there, so I'm assuming like the
or outside, or
But yeah, maybe
might be good for some
a
reconnaissance.
Diversion.
Yeah, the mystery mine might be good for some reconnaissance to see what's there as well.
Yeah, just think of me as Aragorn walking up to the Black Gates.
You wish.
Let me do this.
So should we meet at the big top then?
Yeah. So we have this discussion.
This plan. Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. All right.
Okay, so we're back in it. You're right, Hamish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, so where are you guys all just going to? Yeah, you all going to meet over by kind of lost property and all the rest of it.
I just want to ask Diagram and the child. I'm guessing he's still around. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, the kids are there. The parents haven't turned back up yet. The I think it's Vero is a little boy.
Vero
says, I was riding the horses.
Riding the horses.
The
unicorns.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well,
your parents leave you there, and then.
Yes, I got. I was on there, and when they said they were just going to go and get something to eat, and when I got off, I couldn't find them, so I walked around by myself for a little while with my brother, and then I got a bit scared, and then I came here.
Okay. I'm sure she'll be back shortly.
And Dillagrag goes, they usually are. Yes, they usually are.
What about your son Star? Where did he go missing?
What? Where?
Yeah.
What? Well, if only I knew, Giselle. If only I knew.
There's a reason he's missing.
No clue. Okay.
We've searched every single area of the carnival, and I found no clue as to his whereabouts. He's not the only one to go missing, but hey, well, as you know. Listen, if there's anything I can do to help, let me know. If you've got a plan that might help us to understand what's bothering Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, perhaps I can help.
Okay.
Yeah, saying I guess we'll say we think they have something in their one of their caravans. Do you know anything maybe about their caravan, or could you help us maybe break into it or something like that?
Well, all I know is they spend the entire carnival in their caravan until the big top extravaganza, when one of them may leave, or at the end of the carnival for the crowning of the Witchlight monarch. Otherwise, as far as I'm aware, they're always there. You weren't thinking of stealing, were you?
No.
Just borrowing.
Well, I mean, if you can get in there and get past Thaco, the miserable clown, then maybe you might find it, but I'm pretty sure you'll find the caravan is occupied.
Right.
Maybe we should just go back to our friends. I think this Daily Crown is just moral neutral here.
Yes.
I don't think we're going to convince him.
Yeah. Right. Telegram, thank you so much.
Well, like I say, if you need my help, I will be escorting Mr. Witch to the crowning of the Witchlight monarch later in the evening, so...
Oh, you are?
I am.
Okay.
As
so
always.
when are you going to go to that caravan then?
I collect him from the caravan and take him back there, yes. It's all part of the ceremony, you know.
Okay.
Maybe if you see anything strange going on, just maybe just be a bit looser than you usually would be.
Okay, I mean, as for anybody here, I would not wish to see harm come to Mr. Witch or Mr. Light, or indeed anyone.
No, all we want is to find just missing people. Yeah?
But if anybody has any information about Star and how we might find him again, or how I might find him again, then I will be most keen to help.
Yeah, well, I think, like I say, if you see any strange, maybe if people don't quite seem to be right or something like that, maybe just let it go a little bit. Maybe that's, we might be trying to help you. You find Star here and find some other missing people too.
Right. Have you a plan? It sounds like you have a plan.
Where
it's
is
coming together.
crowning? Where is it, the crowning? Where does it take place? In the big top?
Where? In the big
Yeah.
top, yes. Yeah.
So you escort them from the caravan to the big top.
Yes. And back.
Okay.
Mr. Light waits in the big top for Mr. Witch to arrive. It's all part of the big procession, and I lead Mr. Witch in. Giselle, you must have seen this. And yes, they like seeing me walk ahead.
Mr. Light goes to the big top first.
Yes.
And then you go get Mr. Witch. Just you and him. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Well, I feel like we got what we need there.
Yeah.
Giselle, at least the information. Yeah, maybe we should head back and meet up with the others.
Yeah. Let's go back to the big top. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, let's go. Well, I'll see you around, Giselle, and you, Boarheads, was it? Look after yourselves and keep me informed. I will be eternally grateful if you can find any information.
We do.
Okay, let's go to Zygon and Rukito. What are you doing? Oh, Kettle Steam's coming with you as well. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. What are you two doing?
Well, I think. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, something went in my throat.
Really choked up there.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think we've made our way to the big top to meet up with the others. Because, well,
Did you ask some questions to the clown?
The clown's gone.
Is it?
Yeah, he ran
gone
to
up.
the mermaid.
They ran off to. I can't remember her name.
Palasha. Giselle
Yes.
would know her. Palasha the mermaid. Yeah.
Ran off to Palasha, I think, up by the Silver Song Lake. I think it was.
I think you'd heard, hadn't you, that there was another marriage proposal that had gone a bit wrong because he tried to do it, but his voice was stolen, and it all went a bit weird.
Poor lad.
So she was very upset, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we come to the big top because we couldn't find anything at the Hall of Illusions, or at least we couldn't find anything ourselves anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And happy for you guys to kind of have that conversation that you had out of game.
Yeah.
Kind of come up with your plan. Right. So up to you. What are you gonna do? I'm saying you've probably got another, well, let's just say another hour and a half or so before the final ceremony would begin.
Okay. I am going to head down to the Mystery Mine to put on another stellar performance and hopefully get some more attention.
And I'm happy to go to the Mystery Mine as well because I haven't got a punch card for that yet.
He's collecting them all.
Have a go.
I've got 2 punches left.
Scream if you want to go faster. No. Okay. Cool. All right.
I guess before you maybe take Kettle's team with you, I'll just share maybe what Giselle and I were thinking is to try and create a distraction and maybe disguise ourselves. I don't know if any of you have any disguising abilities maybe, or something like that could help us get in the staff area.
The closest thing that I have would probably be using the potion or the cupcake of invisibility that I have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that could be a way of doing things. If you turned yourself into a pixie and maybe yourself invisible as well, you could be a little bit easier to sneak in somewhere, but...
The issue seems to be that they're always going to be in the caravan, right?
So Kettle Steam says, yes, I can disguise myself. What is our objective now? I'm confused. Are we breaking into a caravan, or are we stealing something, or what? What are we doing?
Why we're thinking of maybe trying to get the I don't remember what it's called. It was a watch and it was something else.
Oh, the vein.
The vein, yeah.
The vein, yeah.
Yeah. So I think maybe like if we, because banking everything on stealing the watch to get some leverage on them, it's not. I don't know. It's not a given, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and when you went to see them, you could see Mr. Witch had kept. He'd quite often be looking at his watch. He's almost in his hand, but he puts it back in his waistcoat pocket, and that's where that is. Mr. Light was holding the Witchlight vein, and I mean, Giselle, from your point of view, whenever the carnival's on, as far as you're concerned, he always has that on him as well. Generally in his hand, and the Witchlight vein is kind of directing him, kind of it points out to the people who are having the most fun or perhaps not having as much fun. So I'm just going to go on mute for a second. I just need a quick break. Hold on. I've had too much tea.
I know that feeling.
So do I not get given the... Don't I get given the staff if I win?
Yeah, you get... Yeah, there's like, do you get temporary access to it or something like that? Yeah, I think that's right. So we've got like two kind of backups there, don't we? We can steal it now, steal it when they come to the big top, or you can just win and gain access to it. Is that right?
We're looking to steal the watch, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing I should just get given. But
yeah,
I think me winning the Witchlight performer or whatever it is like our plan B, because that's not a given. Like, like I can perform, but if I do really fucking shit performances, then
there might be a gnome somewhere that juggles other gnomes for all we know.
So I think we need to be actively trying to get it as like get the watch as well.
Yeah. So who's in the caravan at the moment? And who has the watch?
Most of them. So Mr. Wish has a watch, and Mr. Light has the vein.
And isn't there a guard or something like that there as well? There's
Burley.
Thaco.
Yeah.
Clown guy.
So we got to probably draw them both out, and then I also have an ability to create some water which will put out any lights. So I could potentially put out the lights. I don't know what your dexterity is kind of like. Mine's very bad. So I think maybe I could get us in there and create another distraction to try and get a chance to steal it. But I think I've got fat fingers, and that would not be. It'd just be a whole boar hairs in his pocket. not very sneaky.
Yeah, I'm probably decent at doing this, but the issue is like if I get, I'm gonna have to steal it from their hand, basically, like steal the watch from their pocket or the vein from his pocket as well.
It's like the vein is a staff about probably 3 feet long, so it's more like a mace type thing, that you might hold in your hand. So
it's a watch. I can only steal the watch. It's tricky because if it doesn't work, they see me like I work for them.
You could. I was sure you could excuse your way out of it. I was trying to find the lights or something like that.
Yeah.
How good is your deception?
My sleight of hand is better. But yeah. So what kind of distraction are you thinking of? Like how do we get them out?
So I think we probably use Kettle's theme to draw them out. Kettle's theme can disguise herself, right?
Yeah.
As a distraction, maybe as Burley.
Or can Zygon do another performance and get them out? Don't know if that's
Yeah. Again, I could drop past the like I say, just go to the mystery mine, but I kind of figured if I can make as much noise as possible, then they might actually want to just come and see. Or since we're at the big top, maybe I'll just walk back in and say, "Hey guys, I'm going to do another performance."
Oh yeah, an encore.
Yeah,
yeah.
At the Mystery Mine. It would be great if you two could come and, that will really get everyone going. Fuck it, I'm going to go and do that. Right, I'm gonna go and head back to those two and just see if I can convince them to come and watch.
Okay. So Zygin's walking off. He's just like,
Yeah.
oh my god, genius idea. And he starts have a great idea, and he starts walking off. He was going to head down towards the mystery mines, but now you've decided what to go round the corner towards the staff area where you were before.
Yeah. For now, and then I will head down to the mystery mine.
Okay. All right. What are the rest of you doing? What do you want? So you're going to follow Zygin in, or?
Maybe follow up close behind so he's not completely on his own, and then maybe just before he gets their attention, start making our way down to the mystery mine.
Yeah, maybe we could even Giselle and I could try and break in, and then you go with Zygon. Rukito?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm coughing again.
Oh, hold on. What's happening?
Are you going to draw them out and we're going to try and break into their little room?
Yes, yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
So we'll see if I can draw them out first.
Yeah, let's see.
Correct.
Yeah, so we'll start staying around, really. See,
Yeah.
Have a line of sight on the caravan, but being far away enough that we're in a crowd with some people around or whatever.
Okie dokie.
That makes sense? Or...
Yeah. So I'm gonna jauntily walk through the staff area, playing my flute.
No, you can't get into the staff area.
Why?
Right. The staff area is surrounded, as you may remember, by a 20-foot high, 5-foot thick wall of thorns.
Were we not sure? How did we get in there last time?
Burley showed you.
Shown through.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Can I get in there?
Are you going to walk up to it?
I'm going to walk up with again then, yes.
Yeah. So as you approach, then this huge wall of thorns there. Once you get to about within a foot of it, the thorns part to form an 8-foot high, 4-foot wide doorway in front of you. You know the door remains open for only 10 seconds.
Let's go quick, quick.
Speed through.
So who's going in?
I will.
I'm going in.
Just the two of you?
Yeah, I think I'll stay outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kettle Steam kind of makes to go with you, but then holds back. Okay, so you kind of walk quickly through, and the wall of thorns closes behind them. Giselle and Rukito, you notice the wall kind of just closes back behind them. You hear Zygon the sort of the rustle as the thorn wall closes behind you.
Okay.
As you walk in, you notice Burley looks round at you because he's sort of walking around the inside of the perimeter of the wall of thorns. All right, what's up, Giselle?
Yeah, no, just my friend here, Zygon, wants to invite Mr. Witch and Mr. Light to another of his great performances.
All right. Well, good luck. I mean, the next time we'll all probably see him is at the crowning of the Witchlight monarch, but you could give it a go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might have to get past Seiko though. Good luck with that.
Right.
So, yeah, and you can see ahead of you Seiko the clown there. So he's just basically sitting on the steps of the caravan, smoking his bubble pipe, and just glaring at you.
Which one of us?
All of you.
Why?
Burley as well. Burley as well. You notice that Burley and Faker don't really appear to make a lot of eye contact.
What's the name of the clown? Sorry, Faker.
Faker, yeah. So you're going to go over Faker?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey.
What do you want? What do you
mate.
want?
Walking with confidence. Hey,
Yeah. Yeah, big smile on my face. Fucking, I'm buzzed to see this guy.
Hey, Fakey.
Yay, big fackles, mate.
Well, one of you might get my name right. But...
Why are you so glum?
I'm not glum. Look at me. I've got a big smile painted on my face.
Yeah, and you've got your voice back.
I never lost my voice.
Oh.
I think you might be mistaking me with that idiot mime, Candlefoot.
Wait, who the fuck?
Another clown. Never mind.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry.
Oh. It's going to be persuasion with disadvantage.
I'm actually just going to say, sorry. I thought, mimes and clowning is the same level of performance.
Oh my God, that is just so discriminatory. Well, so all clowns are clowns, right? They're all the same. Oh, you meant the other one, did you? Huh.
No, I just meant as a skill requirement.
He's glaring at you.
Let me sing you a song, Thako, to cheer you up.
Okay, you can try it, yeah.
It was a...
Are you actually singing him a song?
Well, I tried. Time to be happy, Thako. Let's go.
Okay. This is a really good point to explain an out of game rule set without trying to break this here. If you are good at something, like you can play an instrument and sing, you are never going to fail to sing. Okay, you're never going to fail to make a tune. If Rukito, who's never picked up an instrument in his life, says, "I'm going to perform on this pipe," then yeah, obviously he's going to roll with disadvantage because he hasn't got a clue. But
end up swallowing it.
Zygon, for example, is always going to be able to play a tune, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's his job, right? Same goes for any of you with any of your skills, right? If you're going to wield an axe, you're going to be able to wield an axe. A lot of the time, you only need to roll when you're under pressure of time or, generally time, but, doing something that is extremely difficult outside of your skill set or where there's a lot of time pressure there. So there is a concept in D&D of taking 10, okay? So what you can do is you can say, I'm going to take 10 on this roll because you've got time to perform and do, or in this case, perform, okay? So what you can do then is you can take a 10, so you assume you've rolled a 10 and you add your skill check or whatever your skill check is to that.
Oh, I see.
So if you're going to pick a lock and you've got an hour to do it, right? And you can just sit there and go, well, I'm going to take 10, I'll add my stealth to that and it'll be whatever. And then that gives you, without the, because one thing is a problem with D&D is when you're an expert in something and you're under no pressure, but you completely fail to do it. It'd be like Zygon picking up his loot and then going, oh, I've forgotten how to play. Because I rolled a 1. I mean, it's just like, fine if you're under pressure, right? Like in a battle and you're going to do an inspiring song, then maybe you need to do that sort of thing. So anyway, sorry, that was an aside, but just bear that in mind, guys, and I'll try to remind you occasionally. But if you're under no time pressure, then sometimes you can take 10 and add your skill check to it. So anyway, so Zygon rolls a 14. Okay. It would be 16.
Yeah.
Although in this case, I think what you're trying to do is you've literally just. I mean, I suppose you were planning on. No, you weren't planning on serenading Mr. Light and Mr. Witch, were you?
Not at
No.
You just want to do that. So I'm going to let that stand there because you've just kind of gone, right, I know what works for this guy. Are you actually trying to do a spell on him or anything, or just literally
no,
perform a song?
Yeah, just to perform a song.
Yeah. I mean, he looks at you and he's just puffing on his bubble pipe and,
Bubbles. I like them too.
It's like, oh,
I'm
yeah.
starting to cry.
Hey, Thaco looks at you and just shakes his head, and he looks at you, Zyge, and goes, "Oh, it's you, is it?"
So you know me.
The show off from the big tent.
Well,
Yeah, right, okay. Anyway, what do you want?
I'm just here to invite my dear old friends to come and see my encore performance down in the Mystery Mine.
Well, I doubt they'll be interested.
Well,
they're busy anyway.
I'm sure they'll answer for themselves, no? Or I didn't realize you made their own decisions for them.
I decide who goes in and sees Mr. Witch. Well, especially Mr. Witch. Great man he is, but, you know, they don't like to be disturbed. And Giselle, you should know better than just to bring any old person in here.
Any old person? I look at Giselle just with complete disbelief. Like, are you going to stand up for me here?
No, I'm not. Listen, Feko, you're right. I do know better. And knowing Mr. Witch as I know him, I think you would definitely be interested in listening to one of the songs.
Wow. Okay, try and make a persuasion check. You can do it. You can do a group one. So a group one is you both roll persuasion, and as long as more than one of you gets a decent roll, then we'll count that as a.
Okay. 18.
18 is good enough, isn't it?
I want to see what yours is.
18 as well.
18 as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
My incredulous look to Giselle worked.
I think between the two of you, he's almost just like the persuasion is like, it's almost like, he goes, just whatever. Look, he knocks on the door. He goes, Mr. Witch, people here to see you. And you hear somebody sort of a creak as somebody inside the caravan walks over to the door, and they open the top half of the door. Mr. Witch leans out and looks at you, goes, "Oh, all right, Giselle, what's up?"
Yeah, it's my friend here, Zygin.
And you, Zygin. Yeah, nice to see you again. Didn't you? You were only just here a few minutes ago, weren't you?
I bow deeply and I say, yes, but we've had a wonderful idea that I think you would very much appreciate, especially for the carnival, is Giselle and I thought that I could do an encore performance down at the Mystery Mine, just to really keep everyone's spirits up and maybe even make the carnival more fun. But what we thought
like
would
a
be
wonderful idea. Why don't you go do it? That's great.
What we thought would really help get the crowd there is if yourself and Mr. Witch or Mr. Light, depending on who you are.
Mr. Witch.
He raises an eyebrow.
If the crowd knew that you were both in attendance, then imagine what that would do for the carnival.
That would be great. Come on, Mr. Witch, that would be fantastic. Can you imagine what he would do to the mood of this festival?
You can hear Mr. Witch's Mr. Light's. Sorry, now I'm doing it. Mr. Light's voice going, "Who is it, Mr. Light? Mr. Witch. Even I can't remember my own bloody name." Is it Giselle Zygin? And you see Mr. Light there. I hear you saying you're going to put on a little impromptu performance.
Yes, indeed. We just want to raise the bar even higher now.
Well, I'm sure that anything you can do will. I can see you're after the crown, are you? Well, I'm afraid, as you know, it's not up to me to decide who gets crowned. It's up to the old Vane here, he says, holding it up in one hand and kind of giving a little wave. All right, that's right. And Mr. Mr. Witch gets out his watch and goes, and yeah, not that long till we find out who it is. So anyway, Mr. Light, these Zygin here anyway, thinks it might be fun if we were to go down and listen to his little performance.
Come on, Mr. Witch, should be fun.
I mean, I don't usually go.
I'll walk with you. Come on, I will escort you. We don't need Telegram to escort you. I can escort you, right?
Right. I mean, we don't often leave during the festival. Yeah, during the carnival.
Come on, it'll be fun. Let's do it.
Okay, both of you make another persuasion check.
I start singing James Blunt, "You're Beautiful" to them just to really
hammer it in.
You're beautiful. 24.
Oh, they love James Blunt. They're all about it.
It's true.
They're
So
actually
I have never got sick of that song. It's absolutely amazing.
I saw your face.
Mr. Light seems definitely a little bit more up for it than Mr. Witch, but he kind of goes, well, I suppose another 5 minutes or so, maybe. Oh, we'll accompany you down. Go on. Theiko, you come with us as well, yeah? Well, he said, I wouldn't let you go by yourself, sir. Not at all. Don't you worry. Make sure you lock your caravan up. And Mr. Witch is like, oh, don't worry about that. Nobody can get in. Anyway, Burley's there, isn't he? So let me just get me thing. I'm just gonna get me cane, and then we'll follow you down, Giselle. Okay, so you have persuaded them to follow you.
Oh, baby.
Mr. Light is coming with his vein, or he's left his vein.
No, he's coming. That does not leave his side, yeah, or his hands even.
And Theiko is coming with us, the clown.
Theiko's going to come with you, yeah. So as Mr. Witch, Mr. Light sort of walk down the steps, Theiko shuts and bolts and locks the door. And he just gives you all just a very unfriendly stare as he's doing it.
I'm going to do a nice. Oh,
it's all right. I'm just saying, you don't think. I mean, he just looks like that at everyone. You've begun to realise that's just how he is.
It's just his face paint.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of do like a nice little 180 twirl and get my bird pipes out and just start playing and singing, skipping, leading the party down with the intent that I'd kind of build a bit of a following as we get down to the mystery mine.
Okay, very good. Okay, so let's have on this one, because this is you. If you want to take,
I'll take 10.
Take 10 on that. You can. So that would give you a performance of 16, wouldn't it? Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, you start playing your merry tunes and walking along. You notice that Mr. Light is totally into it. And he's almost like just walking along. It's like a drum major sort of thing, with the vein, and he's just conducting people as they go about. Mr. Witch hangs back a little bit. He's much more dour, and Theiko sticks very close to him as you're walking down there. So, in the meantime, who's been outside? Rukito and Borges. What are you going to be doing in the meantime?
So I think it's still worth trying to sneak in. It's just Al gone with Zygon as well.
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. Are you going to Zal?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So my plan is to casually walk around Mr. Witch on his right-hand side while he's keeping his watch.
Yeah.
And when I sense an opportunity, I want to try to make a move.
Wow. Okay.
Can I suggest as well that during our like parade down, once we've got a proper kind of crowd following us, think Muppet Christmas Carol, all the Muppets following Scrooge, yeah. Once we've got that kind of following, I'm just going to do another thunderclap in the air, just to remind everyone of that stellar performance, and maybe just get everyone to kind of look ahead and hear a loud noise, and maybe not quite notice a massive rabbit stealing from them.
Yeah.
Okay, so Giselle, you're pretty much operating yourself. So Kettle, you don't know that Zygon's going to do any of this, okay? But you kind of walk next to on the opposite side, as you say, of Thaco. Thaco is on the opposite side to the watch. You notice Mr. Witch occasionally just, every so often just takes the watch out and has a look at it and just then puts it back in his pocket. He's very very attached to it, and it's on a little chain as well.
It's a little chain. Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
So I would have to unhook it when I steal it.
You think so? Yeah. I mean, you're sure that a practiced pickpocket could probably make a good attempt.
Yeah.
You might have maybe not advantage, but obviously, if you pick a moment when Mr. Witch appears to be more distracted, and indeed Thaco, then maybe you will get that opportunity too. I'm just going to look some stuff up. Hold on.
I just want to have a quick word with either Borges or Rakuto. I'm guessing we're all walking along and listening to the music.
Well, I don't know. I think they said they're going to sneak in, aren't they?
It's going to sneak in. Okay.
I don't know. Is that what you guys are doing?
Can we even sneak in? Because we need to have a staff member or something to get past the thorns, right?
A dastardly plan. I don't know if you catch it. So I'm thinking that Kettle Steam and I can disguise ourselves. I think I would be similar to Thaco. I assume he's quite big. And then Kettle Steam would probably be similar to Mr. Witch or Mr. Light. We could complain that the door isn't working and get Burley to open it for us. And we can sneak in. And he won't question anything because I'll be his Thaco. So there we go. We'll be in.
Okay. What are you looking for in there? Because they've got the two items.
They have everything, don't they?
Yeah, but I just feel like they'll have something in their caravan still.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Fair. It's just that what I would like is like when I take the watch, if I succeed, I want to give it to somebody else as soon as possible. I don't want to keep it on me. You know what I mean? Like
you can drop it to me, and I'll keep it in my inventory.
Yeah. So you need to be around me then. Yeah.
Yeah, I can follow you.
And I will like make you a big note before I make my move. Hopefully coinciding with Zygon.
Pretend to tie your shoelace next to a bin or something and do a little dead drop or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so Warheads, what are you going to be doing then? Because it appears that Rikito's now walking off, following Giselle. Yeah.
So I think I'll turn to Kettle Steam and say, do you think you could disguise yourself as Mr. Witch or Mr. Light?
Well, yes. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Brilliant. I'll disguise myself as Thaco. I think we'll just pretend this door. If it doesn't let us in, it might just let us in because we look like them. I don't know. But if it doesn't, we'll just call over to Burley and try and get in and do a little bit of rummaging around.
Okay. So you will get there sooner rather than later. So are you going to cast your spell? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll pick that up,
Let me just. Oh crap! What did I just do? Disguise self. Yeah. Lasts for an hour. Makes yourself include your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings are different. You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller. Who are you going to impersonate?
I think Thaco. I'm assuming Thaco is quite big.
Yeah, he's yeah.
Okay.
I think he's also northern. You can't change your body color. Okay, so no, it's normal human. The changes wrought by the spell fail to hold up to physical inspection. For example, if you use the spell to add a hat to your outfit, objects pass through the hat, and anyone who touches it would feel nothing. Or you okay. Okay. All right. And what's your spell? Well, we'll look at your spell save in a second. So you're going to do that, and Kettle Steam indeed does a disguise self as well, and she looks from to a cursory sort of inspection quite like Mr. Light. No, Mr. Witch. No, which one's she doing?
Let's do Mr. Witch. I feel like he's a bit more sociable.
Okay, yeah. So she she now looks very like him in his outfit and everything else. Okay, right. Jezal, what have you got in your pack that might help you, or on you that might help you?
Giselle just pointed to his snowman mug and.
Oh,
yeah.
did he? Oh, I didn't see him leave. Oh, well, let's take a very quick break. While he's gone, we'll take a very quick break to top up on our beverages as well.
Normal break time, isn't it? Normal break
time. All right, cheers. Stefan, I didn't realise you'd gone, so I asked a question. For Giselle, what do you have anything in on your person that you might help you with some pickpocketing or anything like that?
I mean, I'm decent at sleight of hand. I've got +6. So,
okay.
I mean, inventory.
I'm just wondering what. Yeah, what.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be able to. Okay. All right.
No, I got nothing that can.
Do you carry any? Have you got? Okay.
I want to swap the objects, right? So I want to put something similar-ish weight instead of his watch, so he doesn't feel it straight away, right?
Okay. What would that be?
I've got a tinder box. Guess that's a bit too heavy, maybe.
All right, I am back as well. Sorry.
Yeah, some tinder, maybe.
You can try that. Yeah, I think the bigger challenge for you is going to be just to take it off the chain.
Yeah.
So if you're going to try and do it without any way to kind of snip the chain or anything else, then I'm going to make it more difficult for you to do. Okay. So.
I mean, what kind of tools kind of chain? I mean, I don't have any.
I mean, it's a very fine chain, so you might even think that but you can imagine that to try and so to take it off the chain, you'd have to actually unhook it from his waistcoat and take the chain and the watch, which could be done, but it'll be slightly more difficult.
What is the mess kit?
The what?
The mess kit. Yeah.
It's what you eat off of, isn't it?
That's food. It's not.
That's food. Yeah, okay, right.
Yeah, just like something to eat with and from. Because what I'm seeing now is that you've kind of loosely Zygin's walking down ahead of them. You've persuaded them to come out. You've taken up. You've kind of almost kind of like waved Rikito over to you. It looks like had a bit of a whispered conversation before kind of hopping up next to Mr. Witch.
Yeah.
And you're going to enact this plan now, yeah? On the way down to the mine. The mining.
On the way back. On the way back, because all goes well. It's like he goes and I go my way, and I've got his watch, and I pass the watch on to Rikito, and then we go away.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because
so
I'm pretty sure that on the way back up to his caravan, he's gonna check his watch. I don't want to be there when he's going to check his watch.
Yeah, sure. Right. In which case, I will give you an opportunity to have a chat with Rukito a bit more on the way down.
Yes, if you got something like I can use.
Okay. And Zygon, you did a performance check, didn't you? So, okay, so it's not going to take you very long, but you do get a nice following of people. You do your big thunderclap thing, which sort of echoes around. Giselle, Borges and Kettlesteam hear this big crash as well, and we will go back to you, Borges, just to see see what happens with you as well.
Yes, exactly. I'm thinking the same thing. What's going to happen here? So I think first off, I'd just like to walk up to where the opening is and see if it'll open for us, or if it has some kind of magic detecting thing that knows that it's not them.
Right. So you walk up to the hedge and nothing happens. Yeah.
Nothing happens. Okay.
Nothing happens. Yeah.
All right. I turn to Kettlesteam and I apologize for the accent that you're about to hear in advance. And I shout and I say, "Burley!" That's my best northern accent. I try and corral him over to open up the fence.
And you hear from over there, Mr. Witch, what's up?
It's broken.
Well, and actually, as Burley approaches the thing, as he approaches it, the tunnel opens up, and he looks at you quizzically. Oh, what were you saying? Sorry, no, that's Mr. Witch. What's broken?
Doesn't matter now. What did it fall left? Watch behind. It's like the West Anton Dick Van Dyke kind of.
Kettle seems going, Burley, don't worry. It's just Mr. Witch worrying again. You know what he's like. Sorry, we're just on our way back. We decided perhaps we weren't going to go with Zygon after all. Burley went, I heard a blooming great. No, I heard a blooming great crash while ago. These accents are doing my head in. I wish I was an actor.
Can we kind of bundle through at this point then?
Yeah, no, you walk up to him. You walk up to him, and he is going to. I just need to have a look at him and see if. So, what is your on your spell list there, George? You will have a spell save DC. What is that?
Give me a second. So it's under spells, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's Oh damn.
At the moment, I've got at will, and then first level.
Hold on, let me just. I'm just gonna have a look at your if it loads. So if we go to spells. Oh yeah. So if you on your main box, it says a save DC is 13.
13, yeah.
Okay, cool. So what? Sorry, I'm going to flick between a few things here. Intelligence investigation.
I'm going to try and intimidate him midway through his inspection as well, because we know that they don't get on. And I'm just going to say, like, don't get so close.
Oh, hang on. You're being Seiko the clown, aren't you?
Yeah.
I do apologise. He's just got a scummy sort of southern accent, mate. I thought you were being Mr. Witch.
Oh,
that's
that was
fine.
good.
Don't worry. No,
Yikes.
You can undo this.
A big rewind.
I'm bad. I thought you were impersonating Mr. Witch by your incredible accent.
Thank you very much.
It's very, very, very good. Okay. He is just going to make a roll. Hold on. He looks at you a bit funny, and hold on, he's going to make another one for Kettlesteam as well. But then he looks at, and then Kettlesteam notices he's looking a bit funny, and she goes, "Well, Burley, look, I know you two don't get on, but there's no need to stare at him quite like that. You're just coming back, you know what he's like." And Burley goes, All right, Mr. Light. I was just, he looks a bit funny. But anyway, you walk past him, and
Brill.
you are inside the staff area.
Okay. Well, I know it's going to be locked. Kettlestein, do you have any pickpocketing or any ability to open doors? I hadn't really thought this far ahead. I didn't know we were going to get it. You actually lose on Burley. This is great. No, I'm not. I'm gonna.
She doesn't. I'm just checking.
I feel like Kettlestein's sneakier than me.
So you're kind of whispering this to her.
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously.
Very whispered.
Very loudly. Can you help me break into this caravan?
Break down the door.
Have you got any way to break into this? I mean, Burley's watching you two walk across. I'm assuming you're walking across to the caravan, yeah?
Yeah.
She says to you quietly, I could try and put him to sleep.
Oh, I like that.
It only lasts about a minute, though, so... But we're going to have to make our minds up very quickly. What do you want me to do?
Do it. Yeah, put him to sleep.
Do it.
Okay. So she goes, well, okay. And she turns around and goes, oh, and Burley, and then points her finger at him as he looks at her sort of quizzically. And he's engulfed in a cloud of sort of magical, sparkling gas. Okay. And he starts to cough and splutter. And he needs to make a saving throw. Which he doesn't do. Okay, so he goes, I feel... and he just kind of goes, and then falls over, fast asleep.
He hits the ground, and I turn and sprint as hard as I can and try and knock through the door. I'm just going full Verborg. No, nothing, just bosh. Okay, all right. So make a strength check, okay, to break the door down because it is locked as well. Yeah. Is that in the on the top row, isn't it? Yes, on the top row. Just click on the plus, whatever your strength is. Nice. Crit. That was a crit 20. Yes. You run up the steps and you hit the door and the lock at exactly the right spot. Can you roll? Let's say roll a d8, 1d8. Oh, did that roll? No, I rolled a 3, but I don't think that came through to you, did it? No. 3. No. Okay. So you hit the door really, really hard, but it doesn't quite. It kind of cracks around the lock a bit, but it doesn't quite break. I think Kettlestein, you and I think we should try and knock this down together. Let's do it like an on 3. Room at the top of the steps for 2 of you, but you could try roll again with your strength check. Okay, Kettlestein, back off. I'm doing it myself. Roll. That's a saving throw. Whoops. Yeah, it's okay. That's just well, isn't it? Because that was a crit fail. But I was going to say you can roll with advantage because you've already hit it pretty hard. Okay. And you're now standing straight in front of it. Okay. The clock is ticking now. Oh. Okay, nice. Roll another d8. I'll roll it through this one this time. So you're going to sit 3 again. 3. No. Okay. It creaks and cracks a bit more. One more go. Yeah. That come through? No. Nope. Yes. Oh, there we go. Okay, and again, roll. He's been eating his spinach. Oh, but he sucks. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's a total. You build up a total. You've been hitting it, and the door flies open. You spent about 18-20 seconds of your 1 minute. Okay, let's both get in here and look around. And Can I detect magic still? No, I've used it already.
You've used it, haven't you?
What
yeah.
a fool! Yeah. Can kettle
Uh,
steam detect magic?
Oh, that's a good question. No.
Oh,
Okay.
worth a try.
We'll just peep around then. Just natural peepers to the ready.
Okay. All right. So I
find
want
what we can
you
find.
all to do. Okay, you're gonna have to search it quick, and you're gonna have to make it good.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry, I'm just reading here. Wasn't expecting this. Right. Okay. This is always good. It's always good. Okay, so searching right. So Mr. Witch's bunk is neat and unadorned. Mr. Light's bunk is gaudy and messy with costumes strewn everywhere. Okay, so okay, you're going to search through the gear. So which bed are you going to search?
I'll do Mr. Witch.
Mr. Witch, okay, and so Kettlestein will quickly search through Mr. Light's. She finds a hat box, and inside the hat box, you find it's basically a crown of. It's beautiful, but it's all like it's made with butterfly images all the way around it. So it's carved gold butterflies all the way around.
Okay. Do I find anything on my end, or
No? Okay, so can you make an investigation check?
Yeah. That checks out, to be honest.
Kettlestein also makes, though. She has a quick look around. So you've got about 15 seconds left, 20 seconds left. Okay, as you're searching through there.
All right. As soon as she looks around, I think maybe make a break for it as soon as she's kind of looked around.
Well, she finds a tiny little bejeweled chest located in a little compartment. She's sort of pressing around really quickly, and suddenly it clicks open, and she goes, "Oh, what's this?" And it is a tiny little chest.
We'll take the can we take them both?
You can. What, you're going to take the crown as well? Yeah.
I think so.
So you take the crown and the chest, and what do you do?
Run.
Okay. You run out and do what?
Try and escape. I guess it's probably locked, isn't it now?
The thorn hedge is closed, yes.
Okay, we're going to try and pick up Burley and check if he's all right. Just say, as he comes to. Yeah. We're going to be very, very comforting as he comes to.
Okay, so yeah, but Burley starts to come round soon after you get out. The door of the caravan hanging off its hinges there, and he goes, "What the bloody hell happened? Oh no, right, a bloody accent. Somebody give me a Birmingham accent quickly."
Birmingham.
All right, thank you. What happened?
Hang
on a second.
I think someone came rushing through.
So you are still trying to be this. Are you close to him now? Yeah, you're just trying to.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Okay, let's just see what he rolls. Shit. He's very confused at the moment. And he's just like, what the hell happened to me? What have I been? I feel like I've been asleep.
Yeah, I think some of the tree, one of the branches fell off and hit you. I don't know what's happened, but you just were knocked right out.
He kind of looks a bit bleary-eyed round on the ground, and he doesn't really see any branches or anything. Kettlestein picks up. Oh, never mind, old fellow. You have been working extremely hard. Perhaps you ought to go and have a sit down. Why don't you go and sit down in your in your caravan? Or maybe we. Oh, maybe. Oh no, she's suddenly thinking. She's thinking, okay, how the hell do we get out of here? Maybe we should go and see one of the healers. Yes, let's come with me to the
Eat some food, maybe.
to the feasting orchard. Thank you.
Yeah. I give her a little thumbs up and a little wink.
Okay. So Burley kind of gets confusedly to his feet as well. Still hasn't seen through your disguises somehow, and although so he's kind of rubbing his eyes and things, and Kettle says, come on then, off we go. And she tries to sort of walk towards the hedge. Okay. I'm going to give it. Well, this spell lasts a long time, doesn't it? It lasts an hour, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, one will roll. Oh my God, he is not very perceptive.
Just how I like it.
He's rolled 8s, 2s, and 7s so far, and he gets a -1 on that as well. So
beautiful.
he's really you picked the right person to try and fall. So somehow. Somehow, so you're walking out. You've got this crown. It's sort of held behind your back, I'm guessing. But the little chest fits quite comfortably into Kettlesteam's pocket. He kind of shaking his head and goes, "Oh, I don't know what's going on at all. But anyway, I don't understand it. Maybe, a glass of beer will do me good, won't it? A nice tankard. And my accent's all gone weird. I keep going northern and Birmingham sometimes. Oh God, I hope anybody listening to this doesn't.
I know.
Huge apologies for a southern man trying to.
You'll be fine because I did the absolute pinnacle.
I'm trying not to just do Irish or Cockney for everything, right? Or country bumpkin, credit for trying. Right, okay. So actually, as he walks towards the hedge, it opens and you guys walk out. Okay, let's go back to the other two. The other two of you. Zygon, you have made it down to the mystery mine. As you approach the mystery mine, actually, you walked past it, but you notice it a bit more as you're walking down there. You get to see mine carts laden with fairgoers trundling into an opening carved like a dragon's mouth, and then the carts reappear moments later on the far side of the attraction, with the passengers expressing a mixture of bewilderment, fear, and excitement. Near the entrance, there's a male dwarf dressed like a wizard shouting, "Unlock the mysteries of your mind in the mystery mine." He has big bushy eyebrows, wears a pointy hat, and holds a large clockwork contraption shaped like a giant eye. But anyway, he kind of looks at you, goes, "What the?" As you guys are walking up and you're singing, and there's a crowd of people there, and he even notices Mr. Witch and Mr. Light in the crowd with you. What are you doing, Zygon?
I'm going to kind of turn around at the entrance. John, is there anything I can climb? Oh, can I climb on top of the rock or something?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, if you want to give that a go, it's probably a reasonable. Yeah, there's a little. You can see around to this side here. There's a little bit of sort of where people climb up onto the platform there, and then the carts kind of whiz round. You want to be a bit careful. You wouldn't want to go on the tracks because these carts kind of just pop out of there like whoosh. The dwarf kind of looks quizzically at you and then sees Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. And Mr. Light goes, "Oh, don't worry, he's a fixo. He's just going to give us a little song just to cheer everybody up and really keep the carnival pumping."
Yeah. Right. So, am I okay to climb up on top?
Just it's not a difficult climb, but just as you're
I'm going to go and help him. I'm going to go and help him. I just need to have a quick word with him, so I'm just going to go and give him a hand too.
You can do an assist, yeah. So make your roll with advantage.
Roll what?
It's athletics to climb.
Okay. Cool, 19.
Either of those, you can kind of. Giselle kind of gives you a hoist up with on one. It puts his hands under your foot and just kind of hoists you up there.
Zagin, when you're playing, I want to try to get the thing. Can you give me the heads up when you do your thunderclap or something to distract him?
Yep, no worries.
Okay, and what have you and Rukito been talking about on the way down there?
Yeah, Rukito. Actually, I just found I've got a trinket, which is a unicorn cookie cutter.
Okay.
I'm thinking the horn might be like sharp enough to to snip a
snip the chain that's attached to the watch.
Possibly.
Unless you got anything better, like you don't have like a rogue's toolkit or.
I don't think I have anything that.
You've got Smith's tools and Tinker's tools.
I do. Tinker's tools.
Ooh. I mean, well, according to your character sheet,
I do.
Some snippers in there, something like that.
You would definitely find something that would for metalwork. So you would definitely find a little pair of wire cutter type things for sure. Something that would snip or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. I can hand my Tinker's toolkit to Giselle so he can use his nibble fingers and try and.
Yeah.
As long as I know that I get it back because that's been passed down.
Oh, come on, not obvious.
I'm kidding. It's fine.
Thorin himself.
Your rusty tools.
You're quite right. Quite right. That's absolutely what you would say as well. So you get I'll tell you what, you can have a little inspiration for that because that's absolutely right. On your character sheet, you can tick the inspiration button. Yeah. Anything like that would be absolutely precious to you. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, but you now have these little clippers in hand, Zygin. Giselle.
Okay.
So what's next? Zygin, you're going to perform, are you?
Yeah, I am going to begin my performance.
It's a bit of a crowd I'm doing, right?
Okay. So as you're going back, Zygin, you look down and you obviously your kind of attention, you kind of, I guess you're playing to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light particularly. You want their attention, and Mr. Witch gets out his watch and looks at it. Okay, puts it down. So you feel like he's probably feeling time moving on.
Cool. I'm going to. This one's going to be about the mystery mine because I want Mr. Witch and Mr. Light to feel like, actually, I'm not doing this to be crowned the Witchlight monarch. It's to help the carnival out. So it's like gonna be a massive ad for this mystery mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Roll up to the mystery mine. It's coming to take you away. Wow, the Beatles have written that for this actual ride.
Right, well, we can just assume the song goes exactly the same.
Roll up to
pan
the
flutes.
mystery mine.
Pan flutes are going to be hit up with that one.
Let's, how do you want to do it? Do you want to try and make this a good one?
Yeah, I think I should be rolling for it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
All I'm going to say is you won't get it won't be a bad performance, but if you're trying to make it extra special, then you can roll for it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is to roll to make it. You kind of like big top goods, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I think
cool.
I think again, kind of just to get everyone's attention, another thunderclap, maybe like a little spin, little backflip.
Okay. On top of the rocks.
On top of the rocks, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and just to kick the performance off, big time. Just to get everyone's attention, really, really, really quick.
Nice. Go for it then. Go for it.
What do you want me to roll?
Performance.
Okay. 25.
Yeah. Okay.
And then.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
and yeah, so now I'm gonna, because it's a cantrip, Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my hands to my sides, yeah. And I'm gonna clap above my head.
Right.
Yeah, to try and get the whole crowd clapping with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But every time I clap, I do a thunderclap. To start adding some fucking bass to this.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
I'm moving in. Okay.
Okay. You can totally do that. Right. So tell me when you want to make your move, Giselle.
So I want to get behind. I was already next to him, but I'm going to try to snip the chain.
Yeah.
At the same rhythm of the clapping.
Ah, nice. Okay. Yeah.
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 I've got my piece of tinder to put a piece of tinder instead of the watch.
Yeah.
I'm using all my stealth and discretion and trying to pick the best moment where like everybody's mostly looking at the crowd.
Well,
and
they are distracted. Yeah, I mean they do. Mr. Light is totally into it, and he's loving it. And he's dancing around, and yes, waving the Witchlight veil, and even Mr. Witch is kind of tapping his foot, and almost like little clapping just gently along to it as well. Seiko is not, but he's still scowling, but he's watching the performance. So, are you ready to make your roll?
Yeah. So instead of hand, I'm guessing, yeah.
Sleight of hand, yeah.
Come on, baby.
Just another one, please.
Oh, it's the anticipation as well.
Oh, this is so...
so hard to come through.
That's 10, I think.
13.
Okay, so hold your horses, hold your horses.
Oh, that doesn't
I might have to
feel
wait
enough.
I mean, I'm good at this, in theory.
Yeah, no. That is enough. Given that he is distracted with the events going on, you manage to snip the. You just lift the watch out and very quickly snip the chain. And then what are you going to do? You're going to put the other thing back in.
The tinder, yeah.
Okay, put that in as a separate sleight of hand. Oh my God, you're wrong. This is like the and the winner is.
Better.
We need a dum dum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And you do indeed slip the little unicorn thing in there as well. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you going to do now? You've done it. What happens?
Pass it to me, don't you?
Yeah, ever so slowly moving it away and passing the watch to Rokito.
Okay, Rokito, what are you doing?
Well, I'll take it and then I'll slowly slip away to. I think probably I'll start moving towards.
Rokito! You snippers.
Oh, I'll do those as well.
Very discreetly, of course.
You pass them both to me at the same time, and then I'll slowly slunk my way up towards this sort of little archway here.
And I'm okay.
Just so I'm a bit out of the way of everyone while they're still.
Yeah. I'm going back to whatever position I was before, actually, to look as discreet as.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Zygin, your performance is going extremely well. People are clapping along.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Witch is there. You didn't even see really. There's people around, but you didn't see what Giselle was doing.
No, I wasn't looking for it either.
No, exactly. Okay, so cool. Okay, what are you going to do now? How long do you want the performance to go on for?
I'm just gonna. Now that I've got everyone basically doing that Icelandic chant clap thing.
Yeah.
That I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna kind of end it by being like, everyone, like, get on the mines. Let's, I'll get on with you.
Right.
Let's go and have a fucking sick time in the mystery mine. Let's have a sick time in the mystery mine.
Nice. Okay, yeah. And everyone cheers, go, yay, let's go. Okay.
And I'll also like give like a thumbs up to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, like, oh, thanks for coming. But
So
obviously, you don't have to join.
Mr. Light is applauding and bowing. They're going very, very good. And Mr. Witch goes like this and then puts his hand on his pocket to get his watch out. And you see him look down and then look up and look around. And you can see. And sorry, where are you standing at the moment? Giselle, have you gone? Yeah, you've gone. You're back up.
Slightly backed away. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you've backed away. And you're not close enough, but you can see him lean and urgently whisper in Mr. Light's ear. And Mr. Light kind of has that, when people are trying to go, they're trying to look happy and keep the thing going. But okay, well, let's keep smiling. And then he says, well, I must get back to the caravan, my friends. Thank you, and well done, Zygon again. What a marvelous performance. And Mr. Witch has already turned around, and Seiko's kind of following him. Mr. Witch has got his hand where the Witchlight watch would have been, but he's stalking away.
Okay,
looking very concerned.
I carry on, like with the kind of like the bowing and the thank you, and then I'm gonna hop on the mystery mine with all my new fans.
Oh, fine. Okay, right. Okay, so
just to really sell it.
Yeah, fine. So the mystery mine. Okay. The fixer actually lets you straight on. He says, "Oh, thank you so much for that. You can have a free ride."
Oh,
okay.
Thank you very much.
He says, "Well, you're in for a treat here. You're going to go through the all-seeing eye." Okay, right. So, you and 7 other people get into this ride, Zygon. Okay. And what happens is that you get in and the cart zooms around towards the dragon's mouth. As it goes through the dragon's mouth, it plunges. It feels like it plunges you into some different plane full of undulating hills, corkscrewing trees, prismatic skies. As you're there, describe to me some of your worst fears, Zygon.
My worst fears.
Yeah.
Failure, sure.
Like 5 followers on Instagram.
Okay. Yeah. So make a wisdom saving throw.
Crap. 15.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You can't go. Oh, no, that's ridiculous. What the hell's Instagram? And what else would be a massive fear of yours?
An entire audience just being absolute stone-faced during a performance.
Okay, so what happens is an illusion of an absolutely silent audience and there's a spotlight on them. Is that your save? Yeah.
No, I didn't throw anything. I didn't do anything yet.
All right, can you do that? Yeah.
Yep. 6.
Okay. This thing just rushes at you. You are compelled to scream. Okay.
Yep.
You scream as loud as you can. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. The next one here. Oh, Giselle's got a good one for you. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go for that one. Losing my voice.
So you're what? Show me, what would the illusion look like if you're there?
I'd go to sing, and my throat would kind of do like a bit of a chest burster kind of motion.
All right.
And I would physically lose my voice.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Like some weird.
So you see yourself as this illusion.
Lovecraftian beast coming out.
Yeah. Okay. Let's have another wisdom save.
18.
Okay, nice. And what would one more be of your worst fear?
Oh, if
Just trying to look at your character sheet. Let's just say I can't remember from your background and traits. I might see if we can find something. Just give me a second. Okay, yeah, so
Oh man, I missed something here that I could have used during the performance. Fair enough.
Yeah. What
That's amazing.
what you have is one of your worst fears is that you cannot think of anything anything interesting to say in a situation. You have no story, no nothing. Everyone's turned to look at you, and you're standing there, and you feel that your creativity is gone. Your fingers feel heavy. Your brain is slush. Nothing comes to mind, and you're just standing there looking like a complete idiot in front of a load of people. Let's have another wisdom save.
9.
Okay, that's fine. Oof, okay, you're okay. So suddenly the the ride comes to an end. It's just this crazy thing, and you pop out of the other end of there, and you think, God, that was, what kind of a ride is that? But you kind of managed to shrug a few things off, and a couple of them really dug deep into you, but you will suffer no lasting effects from the ride.
Good.
You get off there, and how do you want to be when you get off the ride?
Just as joyful and energetic as I can be.
Yeah.
Just
So
pretend like it was amazing.
So what happens is that 1 minute, your first one, you laugh and go, well, as if, right? The next one, you just like absolute terror scream. Then the next one comes after you go, and you laugh it again. And then the next one comes, and you're like, ah! So you've kind of gone up and down during this whole thing. Yeah, but okay, you get off there, and you're just like, yeah, piece of cake. Yeah, whatever, easy. Okay. While Zygon has been doing this, what are the others doing?
Hooked with Rakuto.
Okay. And are you? What are you doing, Mr. Witch? Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are kind of hurrying off up back towards their the staff area with Seiko in tow.
Going opposite direction. So
okay. Kettle Steam and Bullheads were escorting Burley up to the feasting orchard. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you going the whole way though? So you get him up there, and he sits down and he starts having a drink. What are you going to be doing?
At some point between drinks, how do I want to play this? At some point, I'm going to have to stop disguising self.
So you,
maybe...
I got timings here. So it took a good you did that, which was over and done with pretty quickly, and then you've kind of walked him up there, and he's just been shaking his head the whole way. So
I'd say, sorry, go for it.
I was just going to say you will be up there during Zygon's performance and before. So you would have been up there for a few minutes. Actually, it's pretty quiet in there because a lot of people seem to have kind of wandered off down towards the bottom end of the carnival.
Oh, that's good. I just asked Burley, how are you feeling now? You've got some brew in you.
Oh, well, yeah, all right, thanks. Yeah, a lot better. Feel like I better get back to the caravans actually.
Well, hey, let me get you another. Seeing as it's only a couple of hours less to go, you better enjoy it a little bit.
What's got into you, Seiko? You never this nice.
I just think we should be friends, maybe. And I don't know, where I grew up, people tend to get drunk together in order to kind of symbolize that. It would be pretty offensive, actually, if you did leave me now. So how about I get you another drink?
Just hang on a second. You're not bloody Seiko. You've never been this nice to me, not in years. He's as you were talking there, trying to be really nice to him, even though you were talking Seiko's voice, it was totally not how Seiko ever talks to him, and and Seiko's never been nice in his mind. And basically, he goes, "Hang on a second, you're that furball? What the hell's going on?" And he kind of gets up and he goes, and then he's going to look at Kettle Steam as well. Doesn't appear. He goes, Mr. Witch, what the hell's going on here? This ain't Seiko. This furball character. And Kettlesteam's like, so it is. Oh, I'm sure there's a perfectly good explanation for this, isn't there, my dear chap? And he looks at you.
That bump on your head must have been worse than you thought. It was me all along. What do you mean, Fako? Is that the clown that was in the staff area? That the guy didn't think he likes you very much. I was just saying I'd get you another drink. That's what us furbolgs do. I'm a bit confused though now. Do you want another drink or not?
Can you make a persuasion check there?
Yes. plus 0 on the persuasion. Nice. Let's see.
Yeah, he's not buying that. He says, I ain't got no bump on my head. And you told me something about trees, branches falling on my head, but there's no... What the hell's going on with you? Who are you?
I'm gonna come clean at this point and tell Burley. So Burley, the thing is, there's more people than just your brother Hurley that have gone missing, and we're trying to fix this, but it's a little bit undercover at the moment. We're trying to keep a low profile, and we just kind of need your help to make this all go smoothly. We think someone's maybe trying to undermine the carnival.
Well, I told you that, didn't I? I said I thought there was something wrong. I thought we had a plan.
Now, we weren't sure if we could trust you. We wanted to keep as many people out of it as possible, but obviously we can trust you. But can we trust you to keep a secret?
Well, what were you doing in the wagon then? Did you put me to sleep?
No. I think we just were looking to get by you in a peaceful way, and you wouldn't wake up and remember what was going on.
Witch, why would you do that? You could just talk to me and she still hasn't been through this bloody discussion. Kettle seems better at this. She's been doing it a long time.
Yes.
Burley, why don't we go back to the caravans and we can explain. I'm very confused. She looks at Borges. She looks at you and goes, you say there's a plan? What's the plan, Borges? To do what? With whom? Explain yourself. She's looking kind of like wide-eyed at you and just going, okay, this is not going well. Because you're basically saying that you've got a plan, and he's like, I told you the plan, and then he's like, hold on a second.
Yes.
He's looking at Mr. Light going, but why are you here? Yeah, it's unraveling.
It is coming apart.
It is unraveling, but you know, he's seen, and then finally, kind of just like he just wipes his hands across his eyes again, and he just kind of blinks, and again he looks at Kettlesteam, and he goes, I should have known it wasn't you. You never come out like this. And why did you need me to help you in through the hedge? You're that bloody Kenku, aren't you? What the hell's going on? I thought we had a deal. I thought we could work together. What have you done? Right. I'll let you think about what you've done.
Yes, George, you fucking dickhead.
So, the rest of you, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, are walking very briskly back to their Zygon. So, Giselle and Rukito, you saw Zygon jump on the ride and disappear into it. What have you been doing in the meantime?
I think you all might be thirsty.
Well, let's wait for Zygon. Let's go for a drink.
Okay. So what's what you begin to hear is as you're sort of waiting there, and there's a slight shift in the mood of the carnival as well. And things seem a little bit discordant. There's plenty of people. Most of the people are just still doing their thing, but underlying it, and Giselle, you definitely feel it, that there's a shift in the underlying mood of the carnival.
Can we go to a quiet spot and check that watch? Have a look at it.
Yeah, sure. I take out the watch and move in closer to have a peek at it together.
Hold on a second. I've got to find this information. Damn it, where is it?
It's all good.
My God.
I'm hoping this is extreme.
Yeah, there are so many little call outs and things here that it's very easy. I'll keep losing where I am. Right, here we go.
The thunder sound effects that I can hear in my headphones, they're a little bit too good, and I genuinely turned around thinking it was something outside.
Okay, the Witchlight watch. Okay, so it is an ornate pocket watch. It was fastened to the end of a gold chain. It glows with a faint golden light when opened, and it makes a soft ticking noise that can only be heard by you, Rukito. Giselle, while Rukito's holding it, you can't hear anything. The face of the watch shows a miniature painting of the Witchlight Carnival ringed by a tiny henge, orbited at night, as it is now, by a mote of light small enough to slip through the eye of a needle. This light causes the henge to cast shadows, and these shadows allow you to see the passage of time. And you can see that you are it looks about that you might be about within an hour of the end of the carnival.
Okay.
So you suddenly realize when you're holding this watch two things. Firstly, that you feel like you could cause the entire carnival to pack up just by asking for it to happen. And you also suddenly notice that you have gained about 30 pounds in weight.
I'm already a hefty guy anyway.
Yeah. 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 Oh, no, I do apologize. I'm going to rewind on all of this. I'm going to rewind on all that. You don't notice. I'm sorry, guys. You don't notice any of that stuff. It's a magical item, and you have to attune yourself to it for any of these things to happen, and you won't have done that just yet. Do apologize. Right. Okay,
it's all good.
You're okay. So none of these things have happened, but you can look at it, and it does all those other things up until the point of where you feel like you are a god, and a heavy god at that. Yeah.
Okay.
On roids.
Okay, so you've got the watch. Yeah. Okay.
I lean in to show it to Giselle as well, so he can see what's happening.
Giselle, how are you feeling at the moment? Describe your feelings. That you've just stolen the watch from Mr. Witch, the owner of the carnival.
That you work for.
Well, how do I feel about it? I don't know. Bit naughty, I guess.
Not bothered.
Yeah, no, not really, to be honest.
Okay. I mean,
this is working towards finding some missing people, so yeah. I don't feel like we've hurt them. Like we just borrowed the item and we want to give it back anyway, right? So.
Okay, that's cool. No problem. Right. Okay. So while you've been, and what else are you going to do? So you're looking at this watch. What are you going to say? What's your plan now?
Well, I guess our plan now would be to try and meet up with the other guys once Zygon has decided to finish on his little mystery mine ride, however long that will be. We need to meet up with Borges because he wanted to do something up at the it was the staff area, wasn't it, that he was at?
It was, yeah.
And but for me, I probably don't know where that's where he's gone. Yeah.
As far as you're aware, that's where they still are. Yeah, and you don't know whether that works or not. Yes, absolutely. Okay.
So I don't know if it'd be worth us going up towards that area to see if we can find out where they've gone.
Back to the staff area.
Yeah.
Did you say you were going to wait for Zygon to get off the ride?
I don't know how long Zygon's going to be on the ride for, do we?
It's not that long. It's not
okay. We can easily wait for Zygon then.
It feels a lot longer than it actually is in real time. Yeah, you kind of it takes you off into almost a different material, a different plane of existence. Right. So things for Zygon passed. Well, it wasn't a long ride, but it was a lot less time in the carnival than it was. Right. So after a couple of minutes, he comes back out and comes out with you might detect a slightly false smile, but nonetheless a big smile on his face. And he walks over to you.
And I ask him, how was it?
Oh, it was superb.
Enjoy it? Was it fun?
You guys should definitely go on it.
It's not what I heard.
Maybe later. Look what we found, and I show Zygon the watch that's currently in my hand.
Yeah, let's be discreet about this, yeah?
Yes. Come here. Come here.
Oh shit.
Yeah, sorry, you're going to show me from up on top. Yeah, right.
Okay. So you've shown him the thing. What are you guys going to do?
Well, let's go back to the big top, and hopefully we can see spot Borges and Cancun.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
deal.
I think that sounds good. Like a good idea.
Done diddly on. And I'll obviously be signing autographs and dancing every time I hear my name.
Okay,
and
yes.
Gisella's going to be crying.
Maybe there are people who just keep slapping you on the back, and various things go past. There's still all these. Even though you notice, Giselle, you'll notice that some of the people are, the performers and so on, it's just a little bit off. But they're still making an effort to keep things alive and keep things fun. Just as you're walking past, and giant singing flowers burst from the ground, and a kind of serenade with a sort of a version of the song that Zygon was singing, actually, which seems to have caught the imagination of the carnival itself. Okay, so what are you going to do? You're going to walk back round. So let's go back to Borges and Kettlesteam. When you're up there, so Burley's just looking at you.
Also,
What's
time.
wrong?
Sorry, that's all.
Oh yeah. No, we need to stop, don't we? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we've probably got at least another half an hour.
Okay.
To get to a logical conclusion. But what I will say is, if we do stop now, we will make a significant step in the next adventure. If you guys want to hold it now. Yes. Stop now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely okay with that. I don't know what I'm going to say.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, we normally try to finish at 10, and I think we should probably stick to that, even though, I think we've got a good half an hour of role playing yet to go before we conclude the night's events. So let's call it a night.
Boy is getting fucking kicked out of the carnival. Yeah.
I still have that entangled in my back pocket.
Okay. All right. No problem. Very good. Well done, guys.
That was really
Nearly
good.
there.
That was really good.
Nearly there. All right. See you all.
Alrighty.
Right. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
The Artificers cast are Cam, who plays Zygon, an Asamir bard; Stefan, playing Jazal, a Herongon monk; George, playing Borges, a Furbolg druid; and Rue, playing Rukito, a dwarven fighter. And then there's me, Hamish, the DM, who tries to make sense of whatever else is going on. We use Sirenscape for all the sounds. We use Roll20 for the VTT, and D&D Beyond for the character sheets. And we stitch those two together using Beyond 20. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.